Okay then, so here we have a selection of different types of linear actuators. Now, a linear actuator is very, very simple. Here is a larger linear actuator. This is actually out of an old wheelchair. And this runs at 36 volts. That means it requires 36 volts voltage input to make it work. This one here is a 12 volt linear actuator. And this one here is a 24 volt linear actuator. And all that means is that's the voltage that it requires to turn the motor over. Now, how do they work? Well, in essence, they're incredibly simple. This little section here is basically a motor. We feed the voltage into the motor. There are simply two wires that we feed it into. And you can see there's a black and a red wire. So we apply the voltage to these wires. The motor will then turn, moves a little gearbox in here, and it causes the rod inside here to push out. So we can see that here, sort of demonstrating this one. What I'm going to do is move the rod on this one. So if we apply voltage to the linear actuator, the rod will move out. Applications are massive for these kind of things. We use this exact system here to make our dragons breathe. So this arm here, this rod, is on the back of a plate which is on the inside of the dragon behind the chest cavity. So when the servo moves the arm out, the chest moves out. When it moves it the opposite way, it moves back in. So it creates the illusion of the dragon breathing. So how do you control linear actuators? What do you do to make them work? Very, very simple. As I mentioned before, if we apply voltage to the red wire, let's say this is 24 volt one. Let's say we apply our voltage to this wire, our positive voltage to this wire.